Man, how's this for a morning view? Been watching the sunrise and just hit these mountains, watching them start to glow. Now I'm just waiting for the sun to come up over that little peak there, hit me, warm me up a little bit, get me moving. It was dead silent all night, super comfortable the first half, gorgeous night. The stars were out. I would have got a stargazing ticket. The Fish and Wildlife Service saw me. Well, last night's camp served me well. Time to get a move on though today. Walk this ridgeline for a bit before dropping down into Hoodoo Wash. Oh, here's another little overhang, which could have worked last night too. I think I like the other one better. And it is cold this morning. Barely feel my hands in this wind. Man, that ridgeline was incredible, but man, is it cold. It's time to drop down and get out of that wind. Mentioned stargazing out here and how it's kind of a fine line. You don't want to be watching too many stars without a permit, stargazing permit. Other thing you got to watch out for is illegal bird watching operations. You don't want to stumble across those guys out here. You might never be found. If you watch another man's bird, it's the quickest way to get a dirt nap. And this here's called Squaw Tank. One of the few good, reliable water sources. You have to walk all the way down there, but yeah, there's a huge pool there. Bunch of it there. Bunch of water there. H20 for the taking. This water looks fairly good, despite the big dead frog down there. That little white belly right there is a frog. And pretty good water clarity. Good water source. So today's my last full day of hiking. Just filled up at my last water source. And now it's just knocking off all those lasts on the list, you know? You know, in Nevada, in the Mojave section, there's pretty much no bushwhacking. It's just open desert and stuff, but in the Sonoran, yeah, it's getting a little old at this point. You know, it's not too bad. It's not constant like some of the stuff I did in central Nevada last year, but I am ready for this to be over. Oh, man. Now this is more like central Nevada. I did this for miles upon miles. Really good at avoiding these, but this one got me. Shit. It's out of my skin now. I just can't get out of the pant leg. And now this is the wilderness boundary. But of course I'm not gonna end the hike without going out with a little bit of a bang. I've got one more surprise up my sleeve here. Just gonna walk another mile or so to get to the base of it. That's what I'm talking about. That guy barely even slowed down. It's kind of crazy. How many of these 4x4 guys just blow right by you without even bothering to slow down at all? Especially when it's dusty out too. It really bothers me. Haven't really had to deal with too many 4x4 people on this trip. Kind of the reason why I like to stay in wilderness areas, though. You don't have to deal with any motorized traffic. And this is 10U Canyon. And this is the route up to Signal Peak, which is the high point in the Kofa Wilderness. One of the highest points along my entire route. Not the highest point, but it'll be my way to end this hike on a high note. Climb's gonna be roughly 2,000 feet. And right now, it looks quite challenging. I've already lost the cairns. Now I'm just following the route that I drew. I think eventually I'll probably meet up with it. But for now, I'm just doing my own thing. And I believe now the route goes up that canyon right there. All right, here we go. Here's some cairns. There's one there and one there. Guess I should have taken this little chute here. I took the roundabout way. But yeah, could use the exercise. It's not like I haven't been doing any hiking or anything in the last 6 weeks. Halfway decent trail to follow now. It's not like it's a trail on the map or anything. It's kind of like a half game trail, half climber's trail, I guess. So I've been climbing my way up the middle of this canyon. Just got up to this point and stumbled upon an even better trail. So this whole time I was just kind of bushwhacking my way up. Now I've got this to follow. Kind of approaching the steepest part of the climb too, I believe now. Oh, there's so many little game trails. It's impossible to know if I'm on, you know, the right path or not, or if I'm just kind of following some random game path. I mean, they all lead uphill. It's just, you know, which one's the easiest? None of them really. I've just climbed up the steepest section. I've still got another pretty steep section ahead. I've got another 1,000 foot to go. Even with all the hard work of climbing up here, I'm sweating, but it's freezing. It is cold. Well, I found the route again. It's just easy to lose it. Once you lose it, it's just, you're on your own. And that's the final ridge line there. And that'll be the summit of Signal Peak right there. About 300 feet to go. I did mention it's cold, right? There's some frozen water here. All right, this is the top of the ridge. Wow, that is a view. Right? Hell yeah, what a view. Wow. This is just incredible. Wow. Unbelievable. What a way to end this hike. Whoa! I was looking back where I started today. You can see Squaw Peak sticking up there. So I would have been on the ridgeline on the other side of that. Man, what a cool mountain range. The Signal Peak summit is 10 feet above me there. I'm just trying to get a little windbreak. Enjoy the view. Eat a little food. Give me the energy I need to get down off this thing. Enjoying my last high point. Tomorrow it'll all be over. Most of the descent now is going to be in the shade, which is bad news for me because it was cold going up, even in the sunlight. Signal Peak was first climbed in the early 1900s by a local rancher who noticed early on the abundance of cell phone signal he had up on the top. Fact or fiction? You decide. Oddly enough, I had no cell phone signal on the top of that peak, despite the name. Oh. So I would say the upper part of the climb is, more straightforward. The route is easier to follow. And then the middle and lower sections is where it got a little bit cryptic. And I'm on a trail now. I feel like, I don't know if I followed this trail on the way up. I might have been down a little bit lower, kind of bushwhacking and stuff, but this is a good trail for the moment. Oh man, there was a bighorn sheep literally right here. I was like 20 feet away from it at most. Yeah, there he is down there. Where are you going, bud? So the good trail I was following led me to where I am now, but last time I was on the other side of this ridgeline here, this outcrop of rocks. I don't think I was on the right path at all. The route down already looks a little bit better. Everything was really thick over there, at least for now. This is just steep and loose, and not also steep, loose, and thick. It's a killer combo. Whoa. Help if I had some tread left in my shoes. But I don't. Where's she gone? Yeah, I walked my way through all this thick stuff last time, and I was just a few feet away, really. Looks like the trail goes down the nose of this ridge. The trail's actually been pretty good. So I retract everything I said on the way up. It's kind of user error. That's pretty much it for the descent. Another, 150 feet or whatever down to the valley floor. And the descent took about an hour, about half the time as it took me to get up there. So I'm pretty happy with that. Beating the onset of darkness here, give me a little bit of time to get to my campsite tonight. And the place I'd like to camp at tonight, I'm hoping no one's there, but it's a place called Skull Rock, and it really looks like a skull. There's like 2 big eyes and a mouth and everything. So it'd be kind of nice to have that all in myself. Be a pretty cool campsite for my last evening, I think. Well, I just walked by Skull Rock, and there was like 4 people camping there, car camping. It's a Friday night. I was kind of expecting it. It's a real bummer, I was really hoping for that to work out on my last night. Now I'm kind of looking for an alternate plan. But not all that far away is this rock. Kind of scoping that for tonight's campsite, and maybe cowboy camping that bad boy. I think it's a pretty killer view just as well. So instead of taking the campsite up high on the other side of this rock, there's a lower one here. It's a little bit better protected from the wind. It's no Skull Rock. It's still pretty badass. And then tomorrow, I'm really set up for my route, which basically just goes right up over that pass into Four Palms Canyon. Well, it's going to be another cold night. It's going to be in the low 30s, I think, maybe even colder.